It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
As I'm stuffing my face with my protein shake. Got something on my teeth? No, we good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. It is Yob Daily, and I am your host with the avocado toast, Ali Madawi, Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project, and where we help you either start, grow, or scale a business, or you can build your book of business within our verticals and different brands and industries, or you can even build a sales force and mentor other individuals and develop your own sales force. Now, with that being the case, today is Friday. You know what that means, right? It's Friday, then. It's Saturday, Sunday, too. What? It's Friday, then. A Saturday, Sunday, too. All right, so I'm having too much of a good time. So it is Aloha Friday. And within our community, that's where everybody gets that ching. We are very, very excited because we are absolutely shattering every single record week after week after week. And I'm super excited about having each and every one of you from Australia, Malaysia, United States, all over the world. We appreciate and thank each and every one of you. So today is Free Coaching Friday. And how this thing works is that you drop in the chat the "how do you," or "I'm struggling with," or "only if I could, I will be able to achieve" kind of questions. And then I handle them for you in real time, like without being prepped, without being scripted. I just go to work for you. So I hope that you take advantage. And you may say, well, what qualifies you to do this right now, Ali? Well, I have had the privilege to train over 50,000 people in the business community. In the last 14 years, I've either personally helped create and or collaborated with other organizations and individuals to do about $2 billion of sales overall altogether. I have the privilege to work right now as we speak with thousands of entrepreneurs in different industries in 6 different continents and taking my second company public in NASDAQ. So I think I can help you with a thing or two. So please do yourself a favor and help me help you by dropping in the chat, "Hey, how do you? How can I? Can you help me with?" And then I will coach you. Meanwhile, I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap on certain things that we've gone over this week. If you remember, I spoke to you about sales 101. And the very first thing in sales is you not closing your own business, but just you giving the actual value that the individual is coming for and let them ask you for more. Let them qualify themselves. I also talked to you about how to close like a boss, meaning I don't close my business. Rather, I let someone else do it for me. Plus, if you are closing for someone else, is to always help the individual make an educated business decision, not close them in business. Let me explain, and just because some of you were asking me follow-up questions for that. When I'm talking to an individual, I ask questions like, what did you like best about what you saw? Why did you like it? Why did that mean the most to you? Why were you so excited about that specifically? If we were to give you everything you've wanted, what would be the exact budget that you would want to spend it on? What would be the appropriate package for you to get things going? Things like that that will make the individual consider and want to move forward with a specific amount. But I don't tell them what package to choose. I just let them choose it. And then I say, okay, well, let me just remind you what's in that package. Plus, in the case that you were to consider or able to go for a higher package, here's why I would advise you to consider it. And then based on this information, is it option A or option B? And we go from there, right? But I always allow the individual to make their own decisions. Last but not least, we've addressed objections, overcoming the, no, I'm not ready. Never ever assume that someone is going to say yes or no. You always have to ask. And once I do ask that individual, and once I give them the opportunity to say, no, I'm not ready to get started, I ask, well, heavens me, I apologize. Was there something that wasn't clear? Because from what I understood, you were going for this specific package. And then they will tell me, well, I got to talk to my wife. I got to talk to my husband. I got to do this. I got to do that, whatever it may be. Address it appropriately with the respect that it deserves. Don't try to be pushy. Rather just, hey, well, if we were to meet with your wife and provide her any specific information, what would be the appropriate time and when can we meet, right? Or, oh my goodness, I failed to give you this information the right way. Let me show you and address. Why is that something important for you? So it is always a matter of you positioning yourself to be a consultant and an advisor, because sales reps don't do too good in network marketing. Let me repeat that. Sales reps don't do too good in network marketing. Entrepreneurs do very, very well. And an entrepreneur, yes, needs and understands the concept of sales, but an entrepreneur does not come into a business to be the best sales guy or gal ever. An entrepreneur comes in to be the best business operator and put the right people in the right places to create a winning formula, a winning environment. So this is why I don't close my own business, but I have the right people in the right places and in the right environment who can close business for me. I don't always present. Sometimes I just invite and I sit back and I let somebody do the right thing. So you have to become an entrepreneur, not a salesperson. The reason why many, including yourself, would say things like, man, I don't like sales. If it has something to do with sales, I don't want to be part of it. Well, guess what? That's because you don't have the right people in the right places and creating the right environment. It is absolutely important to do that. Hello, Evangelina. We're doing a free coaching Friday. Any questions that you have about anything? Let me rephrase it like this. Can you let me know in the chat, why aren't you making $1 million yet? And whatever that thing that you're going to tell me, I will fix it for you right away. I think that will be probably a better way to put you on a little bit of a spot, right? Like if you are not making $1 million a year, why is that? And if you tell me what is that restraining force, what is holding you back, I have a feeling I can truly and genuinely help you out right here and right now. Yeah, think about it. I like those emojis. So here's what I did, because I've made a lot of money and God knows I've lost it a lot more than I've made it, because I was a sales guy who was living by the commission and who was spending his commission as fast as it came in on everything and everyone beside what actually mattered. So what I've changed from a sales guy mindset to an entrepreneur is I developed myself in multiple areas, and I've placed people in the areas that I really kind of got over control over, and I just train, can mentor, and override, right? Even more so when it comes to those commissions or those earnings or those derivatives, whatever it may be, I live on 20% of my money. So if I make $1 million, I'm only living on 200,000. If I make 100,000, I'm only living on 20,000. And some of you may say, that's crazy. That's like poverty line. Yes, because that is the true evaluation of where you are. See, entrepreneurs invest 80% and let it build over time. And I live on 20% of my income. Even I had family members who literally would challenge me. It's like, hey, that article came out, said that you are a top earner and so on and so forth. Why aren't you living the large life? Because you're thinking like a broke person. That's what a broke person would do. A broke person will hit a lottery and then spend it in a week on a house, on travel, on jewelry, on cars, and then they're broke at a much higher level. I don't do that, homie. This guy right here understands finally financial literacy and lives on 20% and invests 80% right back. When my 20% that I live on becomes $1 million, guess what? then I can live large. Then I can, but I know for a fact that there is 80% of my money out of outside that million, or 8 times more that million, is built elsewhere and still keep on growing and growing and growing. All right. Let's see Soli in here. She said, I'm not a millionaire, $1 million yet. I'm not making $1 million yet because I've been a solopreneur. Let me help you out. So you're always going to start as a solopreneur. I started as a solopreneur up to recently, meaning really like 3 years ago. I've always been a solopreneur. And when you are a solopreneur, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself as one person to do many things that you're not giving 100% to one thing. Therefore, you're not doing anything at all. In other words, as a solopreneur, you're a salesperson once, and then you're a marketing person another time, and then you're the secretary, and you're the admin person, and you are always feeling overwhelmed. If you were to build a team around you, and here's what I'd advise you to do right now: take the things that you yourself are the only one that should be doing, aka income producing activities. Make those as your priority of the day. Nothing else to be touched, nothing else to be done but income producing activity. I don't check emails personally after 8:30 in the morning. I would not check any of my, you can email me until you turn blue. I don't see them. I only check my emails the next morning between 6 o'clock in the morning and 8:30. And I reply to them. I work what I need to work on, because once 8:30, 9 o'clock hit, man, I am in this computer, Zooms, three-way messengers, three-way Zooms, prospecting, income producing activities. That's all I want to do. So make sure that you identify what are the things that you and only you are to do within your own company. Number two is understand that you are not the employee or the self-employed person in your business. In the space that you and I are in, we are the product. I'm selling me right now. I'm selling myself. This persona, this avatar of Mr. Madawi is totally not Ali that would hang out with you and drink an old fashioned somewhere in a lounge later on tonight. Right? Like, you got to understand, like, I'm as authentic as I can be, but I come in here with a specific intentional message to help a specific entrepreneur to go from struggle to success, leveraging tools and resources so you can create more brand equity and revenue. That's what I do every single day. But if I hang out with you outside now, we may talk sports, we may talk politics, we may talk family, we may play something, we may go bowling or something like that. I don't want to talk business. Right? So you are the product. So you have to build a team around you that treats you as such. Meaning, are you developing a game plan for you to be the product of your company? Madawi, this guy, Madawi, my own brand, Ali Madawi, is the product of everything that I do. And I have a team that I hire, that I have on my payroll, that are always working on marketing the product, that are always working to selling this product. And then the offers are just a catalyst, if you will, to finalizing the transaction. So make sure that you go to Upwork.com, UPWORK.com. There are independent virtual contractors that will take on many of the responsibilities that you think you have to do for $5 to $10 an hour. And you can hire them for 1 hour a week if you want to. Or you can hire them for 5 hours a week. I mean, we all can afford $5 to $10 if you have somebody working 2 hours a week to create a blog and create a podcast or whatever it is for you. I know for a fact you can, because that person can get it done in 2 hours. It will take me like 24 hours to try to figure out how to write and fix and code. I don't want to do that. So make sure that you leverage and pass it on to someone else, so you are doubling on your income producing activity. I hope that answers your question solely on that. So thank you for that question. Let's see, Evangelina, how do you handle not spending? Oh man, that is a trauma from childhood. That means that anyone or everyone that was around you that had the most impact on you was always spending money. So here are a few things, right? So number one, if I don't have access to it, I will not touch it, right? It's like, if I don't bring bad food in my house, I won't be eating bad food. But if I buy it, then I'll open the fridge and I'm eating, bad food. So here's what I do. My wife is the president of our company, right? Like my own, branded company. And she is the only person that can authorize money to be spent or approve any transaction out of our account. because I know that she is far more disciplined than I am when it comes to money. So I have my own debit card, my own personal debit card that my wife pays me every Friday. That's where payroll is ran on our family. And then I have what I only can handle and should be spending. That way I never touch that 80%. So bills, everything gets paid from 20%. I'm talking about even our mortgage, everything is paid out of that 20%. So if that card has a little tiny itty bitty bit of money left in it, well, that's all I got. Otherwise, that card is going to decline. So just don't put yourself in a position where you have access to it and then you will not spend it. Plus, you need to have an accountability partner. For me, it is absolutely my wife. And, that's how I handle it. I hope that answers your question. Pedro, thank you, Ali, for sharing with us your knowledge and experience. You got it. Any questions? It is free coaching Friday, so ask away. When does one decide to incorporate one's name as a brand? So first things first, you got to understand that a brand is not just a name or a logo or a title or a website or a color scheme. A brand is your promise to the marketplace. That's simply it. A brand is your reputation. The aesthetics, the website name, the title, that's just an aesthetics. That's all there is to it. So you are the brand of your of that you are to put out there, right? Evangelina Guerrero is the actual brand itself, like EG all day, every day, baby, right? That is just the aesthetics, but it is your promise and your consistency and the value that you're putting in the marketplace that's going to solidify your brand. If you do not have a game plan to give value in a consistent way to the marketplace and stick with it in a consistent manner for a long period of time, it doesn't matter how exciting of a logo or a website or a business card that you have. It is absolutely irrelevant. It is as good as toilet paper. And I say that with love because I don't want people. I get a lot of people like, oh, I'm building a website and I'm building this and I'm building that. But they fall into the trap of hype and marketing. You're focusing on the wrong thing. What you need to focus on, I'll tell you this. I've had somebody who asked me this morning, if I spend money on sponsor ads, or like how much do I run ads? And I said straight up, I have not done an ad since 2015 because I did not feel the need for it. At least not since 2015. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands every single month before then because it was a period of time that I needed to build my brand equity, and ads was the way for me to do that. Right now, it is just my consistency coming to you here every single day and in every channel where I exist. I was in a Clubhouse this morning with another room. So I do what I do every single day as my promise to the marketplace that I will be your strategic partner, that I will always deliver value to you. No matter whether we are in business or not, I will always give and give and give and give. That is the very first step on initiating a brand. Then you can start identifying your niche, and you can start identifying, the aesthetics, and you can start identifying the game plan. Make a 3 months run for yourself. Start doing a Facebook Live for the next 90 days, Monday through Friday for 3 months straight. Every single day, just go and give value, go and give value, go and give value. I promise you'll have a brand without even you realizing it, because the day you decide to put a logo or a website, all those people you've given so much value to, they will buy right into that concept that you are creating. So I hope and I pray that is going to help you out. Okay. I'm glad you did. And thank you. That's what we do. We love, we serve, and we grow. Any more questions, drop them in. Now, when it comes to branding, understand that building a brand and branding are two different things. Building a brand means that you are creating an image and aesthetic. Branding has the marketing element, the emotional touches. That's a whole process. That's what we're excited to have Livia Fisher-Kane, the former international expansion officer of UFC. She took him from $0 to $4 billion. She spearheads our brand valet vertical, which leads, trains, and teaches you and gives you and works with you and creates for you a 7, 8, 9, or 10-figure brand. And that's something that we brag about all the different times, right? Thank you. 90 days. 90 days. If you don't do that, don't do anything else. If you're not willing to give the marketplace 90 days, I'll share with you a real-time experience, Evangelina. So when Periscope came up, it's discontinued. Now it's just Twitter Live. But when Periscope came up, I remember I started going live the very first day Periscope went up. I was in a convention with Eric Worre, and Eric Worre talked about this thing called Periscope. Everybody needs to be on it. I jumped on it and I started going live. And I've built it, listen to this, I've built it up to 1 million viewers within a month period. Like, I mean, I would get everybody hearts, likes, comments. I mean, thing will go bonkers. And then Facebook Live came up about like 2 months after that. And then I decided, I had this bright idea. Hey, everybody, since Facebook is my hub, I'm going to start doing these sessions live from Facebook. Now, what I didn't realize is many of the people who are on Twitter don't use Facebook, like most of the people that I was engaging with. And then poof, just like very few actually transpired and transferred over with me on Facebook. And then when I try to go back, like, hey, guess who's back? No one showed up because I dropped my commitment and my promise and my value to the people who were following. So this is why you have to all the way go all out for your actual community. See, the concept of me and you having followers is misleading. I don't have followers. I follow my connections. I'm doing everything I can to keep your attention. Because in the marketing space, it's all about getting eyes, ears onto you. And this is why I follow you wherever you may be. I don't have subscribers. I have individuals that I owe them valuable information every single day. Otherwise, they're going to go somewhere else. So this is why I try to outproduce in value. I try to outgive in content. I try to give it all out while somebody else is like, if you pay me $297, I will give you. Nope. Go see Ali. They give it to you for free all day, every day. And by the way, just a quick plug in our Yup Clips platform. Yup Clips is like Netflix, but just for coaching, mentoring. There's hundreds and hundreds of coaches and so much more that keep going added every single month. I do have modules, again, completely open to our members. It's called the 3x4. And the 3x4 Your Brand gives you specific 7 questions that if you go through the training and answer those 7 questions, you will have your niche identified. That's how I operate. That's what I use every single day to create all the things that I create. And Evangelina said, oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Follow connections. You're doing a great job, Ali. Thank you. I take it with open arms with a whole lot of love. I appreciate you. You're a rock star. All right, I'm going to give you one last 30 seconds. If anybody drops a question, I will address it for you. But while I'm waiting for that last 30 seconds, I just want to show my gratitude for each and every one of you. We've had a record-breaking week in every single way. I mean, from production, from attendance, from impact, from paying out our active members who are building a sales force, who are mentoring others, from training perspective, from health and wellness. We are just so grateful for you and for everything that you stand for and you represent. And please, please, please make sure that you keep applying. Applied knowledge is power. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is irrelevant if it just stays in the book. It only matters when you actually apply it. So I hope and pray that you are applying everything that we're giving and providing onto you each and every single day while we're meeting with you. If I don't see you throughout the day, I know we have a turkey meeting coming up in 30 minutes, baby. Turkey! We're coming to you. We're coming to you. But I will be seeing you Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or hopefully in any of our platforms where we collaborate each and every day. Appreciate you and I love you. Peace out.